Om. Om. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhetamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मविद्या योगविद्या सम्प्रदायकर्तृभ्यो वंशऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः ओम यैरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्यप्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम् ओम परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्मविद्या योगविद्या आचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो नमः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपा अनुग्रहेण योग दर्शन वेदांत दर्शन साधन द्वारा अस्मिन् क्षणे एव आत्मानुभूति कैवल्य प्राप्त्यर्थम सनातन धर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्त्यर्थम तत्कृत कंकणबद्धानां दिग्विजयार्थम श्री पतंजलि महर्षि प्रणीत योग दर्शन शास्त्रस्य व्यास भाष्य समेत अध्ययनस्य प्रयत्नं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। आदौ श्री योगदर्शन आचार्याणां स्मरणम् ओम हिरण्यगर्भाय कपिलमहर्षये नमः। ओम हिरण्यगर्भाय कपिलमहर्षये नमः। ओम हिरण्यगर्भाय कपिलमहर्षये नमः। ओम हिरण्यगर्भाय कपिलमहर्षये नमः। हिरण्यगर्भाय कपिलमहर्षये नमः। हिरण्यगर्भाय कपिलमहर्षये नमः। पतंजलि महर्षये 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 नमः। ओम व्यास महर्षये नमः। 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 ओम अथ श्री पतंजलि महर्षि प्रणीत योग दर्शन शास्त्रम द्वितीयः साधनापादः सूत्राणि। ओम तपस्वाध्यायेश्वर प्रणिधानानि क्रिया योगः समाधि भावनार्थः क्लेशतनुकरणार्थश्च अविद्यास्मिता रागद्वेष अभिनिवेशाः पंचक्लेशाः अविद्या क्षेत्रमुत्तरेषां प्रसुप्ततन्विच्छिन्न उदाहरणाम् अनित्याशुचि दुःखानात्मसो नित्यशुचि सुखात्मख्यातिरविद्या दृग्दर्शनशक्त्योः एकात्मता इव अस्मिता सुखानुशयी रागः दुःखानुशयी द्वेषः स्वरसवाही विदुषोऽपि तथारूढोऽपि निवेशः ते प्रतिप्रसवहेयाः सूक्ष्माः ध्यानहेयाः तद्वृत्तयः क्लेशमूलः कर्माशयः दृष्टादृष्टजन्मवेदनीयः सति मूले तद्विपाको जात्यायुर्भोगाः ते ह्लादपरितापबलाः पुण्यापुण्यहेतुत्वात् परिणामताप संस्कार दुःख ही गुणवृत्ति विरोधाच्च दुःखमेव सर्वं विवेकिनः हेयं दुःखमनागतम्। Friends, we are seeing Yoga Darshanam, second Sadhana Padam. In that 15th sutra was so complete, important, beautiful, we have understood it. Now, in that, toward the end only, the Bhashyakara, through the example of Chikitsa Shastra, what is there in Yoga Shastra, he explained. Very appealing it is. So, in the Chikitsa Shastra, what do we have? Roga, Roga Karana, then Arogya and Bhaishajam. Bhaishajam. Is it not? Disease, cause of disease, health which we seek, and then further the medication. Same way, Yoga Darshana Shastra, Yoga Sadhana, Yoga Jivana talks about these four things. What are the four? Samsaraha, Samsara Hetuhu, Samsara Moksha, Mokshasya Upayaha. Samsara, Samsara Hetu, Moksha, Mokshasya Upaya. So clear. And what is Samsara? Dukkha Bahulyam. Dukkha Bahulyam is Samsara. Continuously Dukkha. Dukkha because of fear, fear of death, fear of deception, fear of misery, fear of losing something. कितने तरह के भय के कारण कितने दुख हमको होते हैं. निरंतर that one or the other dukkha goes on troubling us. That is samsara. Dukkha bahulyam. No, what is the hetu of the samsara, which is very essential. All the four topics are important at their own place to understand. First point is very clear. Samsara means dukkha bahulata. Adi daivika dukkha, adi bhautika, adhyatmika dukkha, you can call it as at the physical level dukkha, mind level dukkha, relations level dukkha, we call it. So, dukkha bahulyam. So many types of dukkha they are there. इवन निद्रा का दुख भी कि पूरा नींद लगेगा कि नहीं लगेगा या ज्यादा सो जाएंगे हम, उसमें भी दुखी है. यानी एंजॉइंग थिंग्स वी आर एंजॉइंग, फिर भी इसमें दुख कि पता नहीं इसे कोई डिसीज हो जाएगा या साइड इफेक्ट हो जाएगा या पैसे खर्च हो जाएंगे. सम आर द अदर दुख. One side you are trying to seek sukha, but there is always thought of dukkha in everything. मैरिज करो, अरे मजा आएगा. What marriage मजा सजा भी है उसमें, अगेन दुख वेलकम. सो दुख बाहुल्यम संसार. इफ somebody says स्वामी ऐसे कोई दुख नहीं मैं ठीक हूँ, इसका अर्थ क्या हुआ? यू हैव डन लॉट ऑफ पुण्य, देयरफॉर एवरीथिंग इज गुड. जब उसका खत्म हो जाएगा, when पाप का फल होएगा, सो देन वी विल सी अगर दुख दुख. But only punya you do, you get sukha. But all is temporary then. Even that also not complete. You have to go for the permanent sukha in Atmanubhuti. So, samsara dukkha bahulya. Okay? Generally they are there. Now, dukkha karana, second one is very important. What is that? Pradhana purushayoho samyogaha hetuhu. Hetu means karana. For this dukkha is what? Pradhana purushayoho samyogaha. Is it not? That samyoga between pradhana and purushaha. How interesting it is. See, very clearly it is given. Pradhana Purushayoho Samyogaha is the Dukkha Hetuhu. Clear? Okay. No, Pradhana Samyoga Hetuhu. And therefore, Dukkha is Heyaha. Therefore, Hetu also is Heyaha. Heya means to be given up. Dukkha has to be given up. Samsara Dukkha. Therefore, the Karana of the Samsara also become Heya to be given up. Now, how to do? Okay. How to give up the dukkha? By giving up its cause. What is the cause? Pradhana Purusha Samyoga. Therefore, the solution also that only. What is the solution? Ki Samyogasya Atyantiki Nivrutti. Samyoga ka Atyantika Nivrutti is called as Hanam. The removal of the Hetu of the Samyoga, which is the cause for the samsara called as dukkha. दुख रूपी संसार का कारण रूपी संयोग जो हेतु बन रहा है, उसको निकालना ही हानम है, फल है. संयोग का वियोग करना है. प्रधान पुरुष के संयोग को तोड़ना. रिमेंबर दिस एज द एंटायर पर्पस ऑफ योग शास्त्र. योग शास्त्र's work is what? प्रधान पुरुष संयोग हेयम हानम. Hanam is destruction. Now, what is the upaya to do this? समझ तो गए. प्रधान पुरुष संयोग is the hetu because of which samsara is happening. Therefore, pradhana purusha samyoga, when it is hanam, destroyed, then the hetu is gone away. Therefore, the samsara dukkha goes away. यहाँ तक अच्छा है बात. ठीक है, समझ गए. How to do? What is the sadhana? उपाय. उपाय क्या है? उपाय ये है. हाना उपाय है सम्यक दर्शनम. Only one is the upaya, samyak darshanam. The correct vision of the truth or the self in the Vedantic Bhashya. In the Yoga Bhashya, Samyak Darshana means seeing that which is beyond all the Vrutthis by doing the Vrutti Nirodha. Samyak Darshanam को वेदांति ले लो और मजा आएगा और फायदा होगा उससे. So Samyak Darshanam is the thing by which Pradhana Purusha Ekata goes away. The Ekata was the cause for samsara and dukkha, therefore samsara dukkha goes away. Therefore, samyasara dukkham, pradhana purusha samyoga ka viyoga, that was the cause for sukha, samsara and dukkha. Therefore, the removal of that also, because the cause is gone away. Okay, after discussing this in the end of 15th sutra, 16th continues. Bhagwan Vyasa, as a Bhashyakara, gave this particular commentary toward the end to connect the next sutra. In that, now which dukkham is to be given up and how that understanding of Pradhana Purusha Samyoga is happening. How? What is the meaning of Samyak Darshanam? So that Pradhana Purusha Ekata is separated, Hetu is gone, therefore the Hetu's Phala or the Karya called as Samsara and Dukkha goes away. Today we'll see the 16th सूत्र which we said yesterday. थोड़ा कंप्लीट करेंगे आज. 4 बार बोलो. हेयम दुःखम अनागतम, हेयम दुःखम अनागतम, हेयम दुःखम अनागतम, हेयम दुःखम अनागतम. Very trickish point it is. Very beautiful thought. Very important way to discuss the topic. थोड़ा सूक्ष्म बनना. लिटरल मीनिंग इज अनागतम दुखम हेयम. जो दुख आया नहीं अभी तक उसको हटा देना, उसको छोड़ देना. A good example is given, then you will understand it. आने वाले दुख को दूर करना. अनागतम दुखम. बिकॉज इन द सूत्र अनागत दुख को छोड़ने को कहा, then obviously the Bhashyakara feels the responsibility that what about the dukkha which we are experiencing in the present, which we already had in the past. Therefore, he comments the sutra starting that way. He divides dukkha into 3 types. Atita dukkham, past gone, present dukkham, vartamanam, and anagatam dukkham, the future. He says the past and present dukkha cannot be removed. Anagatam dukkha can be removed. Therefore, focus on the present to avoid the future dukkha. That is the essence here. At the same time, go through the present dukkha and don't worry about the past, which is dead and gone. That wisdom is the way by which we can avoid the dukkha in our life. Because dukkha is samsara. Samsara ko dur karna hai. So the Bhashyam, only 3 lines. First he says, Dukkham atitam upabhogena ativahitam. अतीत दुख उपभोग के कारण खत्म हो गया, न हेय पक्षे वर्तते. Therefore, it will not come in the category of to be removed dukkha. Because it is gone. You have experienced it. But as we added yesterday, we become miserable even in the present by remembering all the dukkha even of the past. Some people are so very strong in this remembering the past things कि 50-40 साल पहले भी जिनको जो दुख हुआ उसको याद करके अभी भी दुखी होते हैं. But it's a very big philosophical thought, huh? Very high level of thought it is. It is applicable everywhere in the world. Okay. The remembrance of the past dukkha, to some extent, to rectify our present, we may remember and use it. But more than that, remembering the past dukkha and becoming dukkhi is not advisable. Like in 1948, when the India got divided into 2, what a terrible dukkha it was. Lakhs and crores of people were displaced from the places where they were for generations together. It was a huge jolt. Terrible दुख it is. जिसने झेला उसी को पता है. लेकिन अब I can't remember that and become miserable now. I only have to learn from that the lesson. How careful we have to be in making our policies. So that is not repeated. That also our human effort. अब बाहर भगवान चाहते कि इसको क्या पता क्या होने वाला है. Ultimately तो. So too, there were some terrible cyclones happened or earthquakes happened. वो तो दुख पास्ट बीत चुका है. You need not suffer now in the present. I am telling about the totality dukkhas. In our life also, somebody cheated us, some very close person left us and went away or died, or some money lost, property lost. होता है कि नहीं? सबको कुछ ना कुछ दुख हुआ होगा पास्ट में, बिना कोई होता ही नहीं. No, that dukkha of the past you don't bring into the present. That itself is the removal of that dukkha. Otherwise, you need not remove it because you have gone through that. Oh, ho gaya ho. You are insulted by people throughout the life. होता है. We are failed in some place or the other. That time that dukkha was very terrible. Somebody cheated us. वो वाला दुख है ना. Money wise cheating is also दुख, but the trust जो cheat करते हैं ना, उसका दुख का जो है ना जिंदगी भर चलता है. चलने नहीं देना. अब हो गया. What's future you think? Be clear. Don't carry the load of dukkha. Don't carry the load of past dukkha is the point here, the first one. That doesn't mean you repeat the same mistake with which you got that dukkha. वो बेवकूफ को छोड़ना ही है. So, dukkam atitam upabhogena ativahitam na heya pakshe vartate. It doesn't come under the category of the dukkha to be removed. Which one? The past dukkha which has gone away. Therefore, by bringing it in the present alone is misery. By not bringing it in the present alone is the heyatva of that giving it up. उसके लिए और कुछ विशेष एफर्ट करने की जरूरत नहीं. What about वर्तते? So, वर्तमानं च वर्तमान दुःख. The present में भी कोई दुःख है. One, everybody is going through some dukkha in the present. Sharir dukh hoga. Again, same type of dukkha's. Then, cha swakshane. Swakshane means at the time of that experience. Bhoga rudham iti. It is being experienced. Nat tat kshanantaram. Nat kshanantare heyatama apadyate. So, you are going through that, you can't avoid it. Once it is over, it goes into the past dukkha. Therefore, you need not put effort. There were some dukkhas. This dukkha is called prarabdha dukkha, which we are going through now. अभी भी है. कोई पेट का दर्द होगा, पेट का दर्द होगा, मन में कुछ अशांति होगी. मैं गया राखी बांधने के लिए, भैया ने मेरे से राखी बंधवाई ही नहीं. या बंधा बांध लिया, लेकिन मैंने सोचा अपने घर पूरा मेरे नाम पे कर देंगे. एक राखी 5 रुपए. उन्होंने नहीं किया. अभी अभी दुख भोग रहे मन में. Yeah, present dukkha is what? Class is not completed, not getting over. This is the. You have to go through it. Once I do Purnavadaha, that dukkha goes into the past dukkha. Don't bring it in the present and suffer. And that everybody does it. कि क्या हुआ पता ही नहीं, सब इमीडिएट भूल जाते हैं. दे दूसरा वाला साधना आला फसर नहीं. वर्तमान दुख को झेलते हुए उसको भूत में डालकर we are not worried. So this called Vartamana also doesn't come in the Heya Dukkha. You don't worry about that. Go through it. It's called Prarabdha. Nobody can avoid. Be alert about it. That Kshobha of the mana. Because in Prarabdha, it is there. Dukkha in the mana. Or of any of the other money loss or people cheating us, somebody insulting us. Yes, a Prarabdha. You have to go through. You can't. Even Rama has to go through the separation from Sita and he'll have to express that experience, the dukkha. क्या करे वे? Acceptance is the remedy for such dukkhas. We have to become so strong in accepting it and go through. And the time when we focus our mind on Paramatma, the effect of that dukkha will be reduced while going through. It's like anesthesia. When anesthesia is given, that injection, poking or cutting scalpel for the operation, that won't give that much pain. In the same way. Divert the attention for the truth of spirituality, by the way. Now, अब बचा कौन? Past dukkham is gone. You can't put it in the category of dukkha to be removed. Present also we are going through so strong it is we cannot avoid. The next second when you go to this dukkha is over. Therefore that also falls in the past category. You can't do anything with it. बचा कौन है अभी? Therefore tasmat yat eva anagatam dukkham. That the dukkha which is not yet come, that eva, that alone. Akshipatra kalpam yoginam krishnati. That future tentative dukkha is the one which gives dukkha to this yogi who is like Akshipatra, who is very, very sensitive. Krishnati. Therefore, na itaram pratipattaram, not the other fellow. Only the Akshipatra yogi को ही ये अनागत दुख दिखता देता है और दुख दिखता है. Therefore, he thinks about the heyata of it. Not the pratipattaram. Not the who is the pratipattaram? Who says, yeah, I don't not to worry about future. In the present, let me indulge and enjoy. See the clarity of vision here. One fellow is told, यार ये दवा दारू पी रहा है, सिगरेट ये खा रहा है, तो पी ले रहा है, तुम्हारा लंग्स किडनीज खराब हो जाएंगे, तुम्हारा उम्र भी कम हो जाएगा. It is said yesterday, news ki because of pollution, human lifespan is reduced by 5 years in India. 80 साल जीने का 75 में ही मर रहा है. दिल्ली की बात आई कि 12 साल कम जी रहे लोग. If somebody is live to 70, 58 is gone. So much of pollution it is. So if you tell the smoker, drunkard, तुम्हारा आयु कम हो जाएगा रे बात, जल्दी मरोगे, you will have suffering of so much of lungs disturbed and all. Therefore, avoid this thing. You need to tell him, he is called Pratipattara. What is a Pratipatta? He says, I am indulging, enjoying in the present. I am not worried about the future. Many people take it as a philosophy and try to abide by it also. Live in the present, don't worry about the future. That is not a correct and complete thing. Enjoy the present. That is absolute नास्तिकवाद actually. नास्तिक कहते हैं यावत जीवेत सुखम जीवेत ऋणं कृत्वा घृतं पिबेत. The intelligence of human being is live in the present with the decency. That future will not present to us in the present when the future comes as present any of the dukkha. That is why the example of that Akshipatra. The Akshipatra kya hai? That woolen fiber touched, he becomes miserable. Akshipatra Kalpa Yogi's example is to say highly sensitive yogi, sensible yogi, that he doesn't want to suffer in the future, which will come as present only, but depends on what we do in the present. Therefore, what is the meaning of Heyam Dukkham Anagatam? In the present, because of doing all nonsense, the dukkha which we are going to have in the future, that we avoid by avoiding the nonsense in the present. That vision, that intelligence. Like the other fellow, when you tell him take cigarette and all that freely offered, that he just imagines. आने वाला दुख को देखता है वो, उसको नहीं चाहिए. Therefore, उसका कारण क्या है? In the present doing this, therefore he doesn't go for it. That is the meaning of अनागतम दुक्खम हेयम. Means जो दुख आने वाला है उसको नहीं आने देना. How? उसका कारण present है ना. In the present by behaving properly. Now, how important is this thought to become alert every moment in our life so that our doings are such we are not suffering in the future. Otherwise, ऐसे गड़बड़ कर दी, then it's not in your hands now. You deserve that दुखा that side in the future. भगवान भी कुछ नहीं कर सकते. This sutra is very, very important. So झेलो प्रेजेंट दुख, पास्ट का भूलो, आगे वाले को सुलझाओ, आने मत दो. आने वाले दुख को आने मत दो. उसमें भी दो बातें फिर. One is what? By being noble and honest in the present, which will not yield the future dukkha, we are avoiding dukkha. Second is samyak darshanam, that when you know the self as self, and in the present, in the tattva jnana, later on, even the dukkha comes out of prarabdha, it is to the upadhis, it is not to me. Therefore, the two parts of the solution called samyak jnanam are what? One is what? Living presently karana in such a manner that in the future the karya will not become dukkhi, will not bring the dukkha. That's called as anagatam dukkham ko kaise heyam karna. Otherwise what? Permanently nikalna hai, just be one with the self. Even in the like Parikshit, he was one with the self. Therefore, anagatam dukkham usne heyam kar diya unhone. The dukkha which is going to come after 7 days when Takshaka is going to come and bite, heyam, he has given it up by establishing in that prajna, in the anubhuti of the Atma. Samyak darshan se. He has done it. An example, living example, perfect example for us. And the Atma Anubhuti, which is Samyak Darshanam, is permanent removal of the Anewala Dukha. Because Dukha Sukha happen only to the Upadhis, not to the Atma. Na? When I discover myself as a self, how can I be miserable? And self is Ananda Swarup only. So in this way, past dukkha, don't worry, it's gone. Don't bring it in the present and suffer. That's the solution there. In the present, nobody when God can help you, they will go through it without complaints. But about the future, you can be very concerned wherein by being noble in the present, you can avoid future dukkha. And by being one with the self, you can avoid dukkha permanently. आगे आने वाला. That is how anagatam dukkhameva removable. The other two you need not worry. That's the beauty. Now comes the next sutra number 17 वाला. उसमें कहते हैं द्रष्टु दृष्टयोः संयोगः हेय हेतुः मीन्स अस्माद् यदेव हेयमिति उच्यते तस्यैव कारणं प्रतिदिश्यते. So what is the hetu for that anagata dukkha which we have to remove? अनागत दुख फ्यूचर में आने वाला दुख उसका हेतु है ना. What is that hetu which is it will be told in the 17th sutra. If the hetu is avoided, the anagata dukha को भी हम avoid कर सकते हैं. Very good discussion here. The next 2-3 sutras are very very pertinent, very very relevant for us to avoid the dukkha in the future. लेकिन अब तो झेल ही रहे हैं तो पास्ट भी झेल चुके, आगे भी दुखी होना है क्या? नहीं, तो करना क्या? तो दिस विल बी टॉट. Let us study tomorrow. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Excellent logical development, which we have heard 1,000 times in Vedanta. But that time, if we had thought over it deeply, we would have got the clarity. Here, the clear explanation is given. Just understand the literal meaning, you get the thought. What is it? Let's see tomorrow. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. So Raksha Bandhan ka Abhinandan to all.